Hi, I'm Anthony Cronin. I'm the manager of the UCD Maths Support Centre here at the James Joyce Library. So the Maths Support Centre is open to our undergraduate students, in particular first and second years. So it's particularly maybe demanding for first year students coming from high school, from their secondary school background, where the demands of mathematics are a little bit more rigorous at third level. So they can struggle from the first day, really going into a large lecture theatre, maybe with 300 or 400 students when they were used to a class of 30. So that can be quite daunting for many students. So having us here from day one of week one of the semester is quite reassuring for students, if they have the courage to come through the door in the first place. But we do quite a lot of advertising in the orientation week and try and get the word out there that we are an open, friendly and free service. Well, we're almost 20 years in existence now. So in 19 years, we've moved to seeing maybe 5,000 to 6,000 student visits per academic year. And we see students from all 6 colleges of the university, so everything from your typical science and engineering to agriculture and health sciences, the business students, politics and law students, but nowadays need to know their statistics. So we see every sort of background of student at the university. So given a function, f, we'll call it f, it can be written as a product of 2 functions. So we're open 5 days a week during the teaching semesters, and we open for revision weeks as well. Up until COVID times, we were just a drop-in service, but when COVID came, we, like everybody else, had to adapt and move online. So students made an appointment, and we've kept that appointment system going because it's worked well, because it almost forces the student to think about what their visit is going to be. So rather than just turn up and drop in and kind of surprise the tutor now knows in advance what the student is hoping to get help with. So we have a mixture now. It's quite flexible. We have the online, we have the in-person drop-in, and we have the in-person booking, and all 3 are well utilised throughout the term. There is no typical appointment. That's kind of the challenge of it. It's quite a demanding role for the tutor, because usually the tutor might be working half an hour with a mature student who hasn't done school level mathematics in 20 or 30 years, and then the room is quite dynamic. They'll move to a different table and they might have a student who's working on quantum mechanics and is quite advanced in their mathematical abilities. And a lot of students who come through that door have taken that first step, which is quite a brave step, but it can be, for some students, mathematics can be quite anxiety inducing, and they're very afraid of the subject. They're afraid of failing an exam or doing poorly on assessment, or maybe in their eyes looking foolish in front of their peers. So, once we get them in that door, we really try and nurture them and try and encourage them to stick with it. And that's one of the principles of UDL, is to try and sustain interest for the students. So we do that kind of triage list at the start of a session. We ask the students what is their goal for this session, and that can put some students on the back foot, thinking, oh, I just thought you were going to do my homework for me. But we put it back in their court and ask them to write down what 2 or 3 things do you want to get from this session, and that way we can tie in with them throughout the half an hour session. Do you feel you're reaching your goal, or at the end of the session, have you reached your goal? And students, I think, get used to that, and we're more likely to see them again than if they have that kind of autonomy over their own session. But again, I think the online advent, the one positive of COVID, if I can say, is that students can access us online, so there's a little bit more anonymity afforded to the student then. I think that has opened up a world of support to students who wouldn't necessarily darken the door of a physical centre, but they'll come online and repeat visit online as well, which is great to see. I think the lectures are a very pivotal part of getting the message out there that math support is for all. It's not just for, it's not a remedial service, and it's we'll get the A student wishing to become the A+ student, and we'll get students who just want to do enough to pass as well, because for a lot of students, mathematics is not the main part of their degree. It's just something they have to do, and we'd rather they only had to do it once rather than have to come back and repeat and resit courses and examinations.